get electricity in the clinic?
We have a generator when we need it.
Okay.
And right now, the pastor, Father Cabioche, has worked out some kind of a deal to bring electricity up there. We have light poles already up to the school, and they're going to continue up to the church, and then they're going to wire them, and we will have electricity up there in the not too distant future.
Okay. Um, so, do you ever find yourself getting caught in a kind of a tricky situation? Like, I know last when we visited, we had that woman who needed her leg amputated, and we were kind of in a dilemma whether or not we could like pay for whether it would be worth it to spend the money to take her in the hospital. Like, how often does that happen, and like how do you like figure out what to do?
We haven't had too much problems because, well, we have now because the hospital that we were working with has been kind of destroyed by the earthquake too. But we did have agreements with hospitals that they would charge $300-400 depending upon what the surgery was. What was the rest of the question?
Sorry, it's just I'm asking how do you ever have problems, giving money or helping one thing and not another? Having to decide which to help.
No, we usually have every surgeries or every time somebody's needed something, we've been able to oblige them. The only thing is, when you people were there, we had the woman that died from AIDS, and the father and a few other people wanted us to give him money for a burial, which I just didn't feel we should do because every time somebody dies up there, they'll be wanting us to pay for their burial. So we haven't given in to that, but most every situation we come up with the money somehow.
Okay. So first of all, how many times have you been to Haiti since you started it?
Since I started the clinic? Oh God, I couldn't count them. This is our 10th year, and I go at least 5 times a year. So if you multiply 5 times 10, that's in the 40s or 50s.
Oh my God! And how old are you?
I just turned 80.
That's insane. That's incredible. So what out of all the times you've come here, what do you think has been the most memorable thing that's happened in the clinic, or maybe the saddest, like I guess most memorable. Let's go with most memorable.
I don't know. I think we've had 3 or 4 births. We've had 3 or 4 deaths. So I don't know. I can't pick out anything in particular.
Okay. So what's I'm sorry. So the people who come in are they only from Port-au-Prince? I mean, are they only from St. Roch? The people who come to
No. There are. It's St. Roch that we became working with. It's St. Roch that the clinic is in. But up in that mountain area, there are 7 different villages. To name a few of them, one is Dufresne, one is Bordeaux, another one is Rivière Fraude. But there are 7 different villages up there. And one of the programs they're trying to initiate now is to get 2 people from each one of those villages talking about our work in their community. And in fact, that place we went to last year where we picked up the 2 people, that was in Dufresne. And we are recommending or working on now having our doctor go up there 1 day a week or 1 day every other week and just treat people out of the truck with some simple medications, and then telling them if they need help to come down to the clinic. Because one of those women we brought down laid up there for 3 or 4 years. And that's the one that had the gangrene. So we are trying to promote the other villages to work with them. Eventually, we should have our doctor working 5 days a week so we can do this more.
Great. Are you ever concerned that you're gonna sort of disrupt the culture? Like, do you ever like not want to impose like your own methods upon how?
That's why every time we started a program, we had Haitians running it. I know when I started the goat program, somebody wanted to hire somebody from Cambridge to teach them how to raise goats, and I said no, it has to be Haitians helping Haitians. And the reason I feel that way is because of I've been going there for 30 years, and I have a feeling that it has to be kept in their culture. I know of one position where a place in a village way up there, they come into their town every week on their donkeys and bringing in their coffee and their corn and all the things, and they set up a marketplace. Some American went in there and built a big cement platform, and he was going to charge the natives to come there and rent stalls out to do this. And then they wouldn't listen to him. If he had went to them first and worked with the people, they probably would have been successful. But right now, every Friday, these people come in and they set up their stalls all around the cement platform.
Right.
You have to work with the Haitian people.
So what do you think is the most challenging aspect of running the clinic?
Getting the money.
Okay, that's fair. I mean, it's definitely difficult. Okay. So where do you see, like, what are you hoping to get? Okay, let's start with this. What do you think is the most important? What do you think Haiti needs most right now?
What does Haiti need most?
To get itself back on its feet. I mean, it started already. It was a weak, a really weak country, and then after the earthquake, it just got weaker.
I don't believe it's gotten weaker. I see a lot of the rubble in Port-au-Prince being moved out. I see a lot of private people who have some money from somehow or another rebuilding. There's not that much rebuilding on, but it is rebuilding. And I understand they're getting ready to tear down a good section of Port-au-Prince and rebuild it. I don't, I can't imagine, how much they're going to get done. It's going to cost a fortune. And one of the big problems up in St. Roch with the earthquake is the fact a lot of these houses are not damaged because of the earthquake, per se. They're just so old, so crumbly.
Okay.
So,
so because money's such a big issue, do you ever think that it would be more, like, if you were to use this written question, if you were certain that the money, like, volunteers used to fly down?
As long as we have people coming there and visiting, and most of these people come home and help with the fundraisers. The only reason I save money this year is because the last 2 years we had some people run a golf tournament for us in the Cape. We had the Irish Hearts for Haiti raise money for us, and we had our own fundraiser. This year we don't have those. We're in the process now of having a fundraiser in January. It's called a reverse raffle, where we're going to give away $10,000, but we should raise quite a bit of money from it. And this thing was very successful last year. But money, in the past, it's been. We used to sit at Barnes and Noble and wrap books at Christmas time for $1. But we don't have to do that anymore. So we have raised enough money to get where we are now, and I see no reason we can't keep raising it to keep improving.
So what are your hopes for the future of the St. Roch Foundation? Do you hope to expand or start
Well,
new
we've
programs?
expanded, the reason we've expanded is for the simple reason that we need more room for the clinic. And we had, every time a group comes there, we have 10 to 14 people there. And if we keep the rooms where the bedrooms are, those are the rooms we need to use for expansion. So we have built an area for the people to come and stay, and now we have like 4 empty rooms that we can set up a different pharmacy, set up a place where there's a few beds people can stay overnight. There are an awful lot of people, probably because of the earthquake, that are pregnant and expecting kids. Maybe there'd be a little place that they can stay in there for a couple of nights. And also we have the group that build the addition onto the orphanage, and they want to build another building. But we're going to try to work with them so that they can use our facilities to bring a group and stay in our facilities, and so that they don't have to build something like that. I think it's going to work out very good with them. But I see no, just the way it's set up now. I used to do everything. Now there's probably 10 people doing what I used to be doing.
Right.
So, and we have a 7-man executive board. It's going to be harder to get something pushed through that you want to get done, but
Yeah.
I see it working out good.
Awesome. Any more questions you can think of, Chris?
I think that's good.
We're good? Thank you very much.
Oh,
That's
wow.